Hello guys, I'm LaShawn, back again with my dad, J.A.T, and I got a couple questions regarding trucking industry and how the coronavirus is affecting the trucking industry. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Dad, so how are the job cuts affecting the freight volume?
Well, I don't really think it was just a job cut. We were already in a recession. Um, we already were in a nasty trade war. Um, and a lot of things like that just caught up to us, really. And so it's making it where everything is exacerbated with the coronavirus. And due to that fact, a lot of independent carriers, one, the revenue is definitely slowed up comparing anything to 2018. 19 was an in-between year, but it was still kind of slow compared to 18. Um, and primarily, we're just dealing with a lot of the after effects of the trade war, and then, like I say, the coronavirus just exacerbating that. And by independent carriers, that's going to be the main thing is to try to negate those. But to answer that question, that's pretty much what we're dealing with.
Okay, I got one more question regarding the coronavirus. How is the coronavirus outbreak affecting the supply chains?
Um, well, now that is the real question because recently we just had three plants in South Dakota slow down and shut down rather the Smithfield pork factories, and then I'm knowing if it's pretty much not an essential manufacturer right now. A lot of places haven't been producing, so it's definitely slowed down manufacturing in America to the point to where the availability of freight is still there, but it's not as robust as it once was.
Okay, I got another question for you. What is your 12-month outlook on the industry?
Boy, it's gonna be real shaky. Even though states are opening up somewhat, I think it's still gonna be a slow, drawn-out process given the effects of the virus, the testing. I hear a lot of these people getting on here and talking about how good it's gonna be and the uptick and all of that. I just don't really see that happening for us, but it could happen.
Okay. Any tips on developing relationships within the industry?
Now that's primarily where I am focusing on because the spot rate freight is dwindling, but your contract freight and a lot of that's still moving. And so I got some tips to develop supplier relations. It's actually a website. If you can, hold on, let me zone in here. Manufacturersusa.com. It's one of them, the many ones that you can use, but it's actually a directory and it's been on here since '05, and it's got all your states listed over here. And so you can go through and like I got this one out of Missouri. You can start tapping into some of these companies. There it goes, and it'll give you all of their information. Um, as you go on their website, and you can start calling them. Especially right now during the coronavirus, this epidemic, a lot of contracts haven't been getting fulfilled, and they've also added more capacity that they need additional carriers to come in and fill. So this is also creating a very devastating time for people, but it's also opportunity if you know how to go in there and dig it out. And this is one of the ways that I use to get some direct freight when I have had direct freight opportunities. It's by going on these manufacturing lists, shipping lists that you'll find, and just putting in the work and calling these companies and just going from there with them. Another thing you want to start really looking at is your risk management right now. Calling any and everybody that you have any reoccurring payments with and negotiating some of that down if possible. I know especially with insurance rates, signed a year contract on a lot of that, but some of it you can't get around, but that what you can is important to go in there and renegotiate a lot of that right now because independent carriers, we're taking a very, very hard hit, especially with the rates, especially with, a lot of things that we have to do out of pocket because, financially, it's just devastating the smaller guys. But another thing, as far as risk management, you also want to worry about sustainability right now. Are you doing loads? Are you hauling loads for a rate that's going to put you out of business? Are you in a lane? Are you servicing lanes that are gonna meet your bottom line for the long haul? And what I mean by that is, can you do what you're doing now in the thick of this for the next 3 to 4 months before things can get a little bit more settled down, maybe and a little bit more opened up and sustained, and not saying that another flare won't happen and we have to shut down again. I mean, it's all type of planning and maneuvering that you need to really be looking at and planning for right now, because this is the type of time where so many uncertain things are in the air. So you can hammer a lot of it down by going through and doing things that you can certainly nail down, that you can certainly look forward to tomorrow to be there. And a lot of it is connections. Like I said, you can deal with metal manufacturing, you can go with plastic manufacturing, just deal with your central services that are going to be crucial, and start soliciting them for business. But you got to start locking down a lot of stuff now in your rates. Man, pricing is definitely with the shippers right now, but you can definitely go in there and get some sufficient $1.60, $1.68 type of rates right now, especially if they're having capacity issues. That should be happening at some of them, not all of them, but some of them are adding on new carriers. And then, what was the other question we had, son?
How many truck drivers do you think are getting sick?
Well, I know they had that one story, and that brings me to, I don't really know accurately how many guys out here have gotten sick, but I know I've seen a lot of guys without their personal protection wear, as if they give it to us. But you have to try to take care of yourself best you can. We have everything: the mask, the gloves, the disinfectant, and so we really, really are on it and aggressive with it. Trying to stay out here and productive and healthy. And so that's the main thing.
Okay, my last question for you is: any tips for African American drivers during this pandemic?
I mean, we're all getting sick, but it's affecting us disproportionately because of the underlying health issues, and I'm not immune to that. I have some issues, so definitely, while you're out here and running into a lot of these hot zones, definitely pay attention to what you're doing, who you're around, your environment. What type of company that you're keeping. Other than that, social distancing, making sure everybody respects that. It's just no rhyme or reason. You get sick, you get sick. So it's nothing really that you can do, because you gotta make ends meet. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, guys, that'll do it for today. My name is LaShawn, and make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and comment. Until next time, peace.